Today in class we discussed solving one- and two-step equations. And we worked off what we learned yesterday after having solved one-step equations. And one of the key features to solving two-step equations was recalling our order of operations. In our order of operations, we've learned the slogan PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, which tells us that when we're solving an expression or an equation, we solve our parentheses first, our exponents next, our multiplying and dividing, working left to right, third, and then our addition and subtraction, working left to right, is last. Now that we're dealing with equations solving for variables, we get to take our PEMDAS and turn it backwards. So anytime we're dealing with a two-step equation, we're going to look for first, do we have any subtraction or addition that we can clear out? Second, do we have any division or multiplication that can be cleared out? Third, exponents, and then last we will deal with our parentheses. So the order is backwards from our traditional order of operations when solving for x. When we plug x into an expression to check our solutions, then we return back to our traditional order of operations. So for problem 1, we have x minus 12 equals negative 5. And for some, it kind of helps to go ahead and write a straight line down, so I realize that that straight line represents my equals for each statement change. And then I want to look for any subtraction or addition that needs to be undone or removed from the x. Well, I have x minus 12, and in order to remove the minus 12 or negative 12, I need to add 12 to this side of the equation. Any change I make to the left side of the equation, I have to make the exact same change to the right side of the equation in order to keep my equation balanced. So negative 12 plus 12 would give me 0, so that will cancel out and give me x on the left side of my equation. Negative 5 plus 12 is then 7. So my x equals 7. Let's look at number 4. 6x plus 4 equals negative 8. Here again, we want to look and see, is there any subtraction or addition that is separated from our variable? And here we do. We have a plus 4. In order to get rid of the plus 4, I need to subtract 4 from the left side of my equation. And anything I do to the left side of my equation, I need to do to the right side of my equation. So positive 4 minus 4 will give me 0. Negative 8 minus 4 gives me negative 12. So now I have 6x equals negative 12. And now I need to look and see, do I have any division or multiplication taking place? Well, 6 is being multiplied times x, and the inverse operation for multiplication is division. So I need to divide by 6 on both sides of my equal sign. 6x divided by 6, or in other words, 6 over 6 is equal to 1. So that will give me 1x. I don't need the 1 anymore, so we can just call it x. The negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. So x equals negative 2. Let's look at one last problem, and then I'll leave you to get to the rest of your homework by yourself. X minus 5 over 2 equals 14. And one thing I've learned to do is go ahead and put that expression in the numerator in parentheses, because that will help me an awful lot when I'm looking at my order of operations, trying to remember what comes first. Parentheses comes last in my reversed order of operations. So my parentheses up here in the numerator will be the very last thing I deal with. So I need to see, do I have any addition and subtraction? Well, the only addition and subtraction I have is that subtraction sign up inside the parentheses, and we already said that was going to be dealt with last. So next I want to check for division or multiplication. Well, anytime I have a fraction, division is taking place. So x minus 5 divided by 2 equals 14. And the opposite or inverse function or operation of division is multiplication. So if I multiply this fraction by 2, then that will allow me to cancel out my 2's. Anything I do to the left side of the equal sign, I have to do to the right side of the equal sign. So 14 times 2 is 28 equals x minus 5. Now we're just dealing with a standard one-step equation, which you should have done plenty of in 6th grade. So I need to add 5 to both sides of my equation. That will cancel out that 5 and give me x equals 33. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of a refresher of what we did in class today, and you should be fine at completing the remainder of the problems.